Welcome back to my channel. If you're someone who deals with tight hips, hip pain, or just want to move better overall, you're in the right place. Today we're going to dive into 5 simple exercises that can help you improve your hip mobility, prevent pain, and keep you feeling strong. These exercises are designed to be easy and to integrate into your daily routine. And they target the most common issues we see in our clinic. Let's get started. So why is hip mobility and flexibility so important when it comes to the hips? The hips are everything. If we can't move in the hips, we tend to have a lot of issues in our back. We tend to have a lot of issues being able to get our muscles to fire and contract, which then leads to instability with our balance, having a hard time even just walking. And those, our hips are everything. And so it's really important to make sure that we keep and maintain good mobility and good flexibility. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at things that all attach into the pelvis. So we're going to hit muscles that attach to the inside because they attach the pelvis here. We're going to be doing muscles that are up top here that attach in through here. We're going to be doing muscles in the back that attach to the back part of the pelvis. And we're going to be doing muscles in through those hips that all attach to the pelvis. And so if any of those are tight, or you're not able to move, it can give us some imbalances and some where we end up using more muscles that we shouldn't be using and using less muscles that we should be using, and you won't have a really good balance in the hip. The other thing is we're moving the joints in different positions, which is fantastic. We tend to stay sane in the same position over and over and over again. I talk about it all the time. You know, we're always sitting, and we're sitting to be on the computer, we're sitting to watch TV, we're sitting in the car, and so we're always keeping our joints in this position. And so what do we do as we get older? This is the position that we're in. If we're going to moving it, we're bending to pick things up, we're always moving it in this one position. And so if we can take the joints in multiple positions and multiple ranges, it gives us a better balance within that joint. So we're also going to be moving the joint in different positions, as well as improving the flexibility in a lot of the muscles that attach around our pelvis. So it's really important for us to move in different directions and maintain that flexibility. So what I also want to say is there's a lot of sources that can refer pain into the hip. And so if these aren't really solving those problems, we've got to look at other areas, because you can have the thoracic spine that can refer pain into the hip. You don't even realize, like, you don't know that there's an issue up here, but it can create pain in the hip. You can have issues in your back that can create pain in your hip. You can have issues in your knee that can create pain in the hip. You can have hip issues that can create pain in the hip. So there's a lot of different sources that can create pain in the hip. So if you're noticing that these are not solving your problem, it's probably because there's something else that's going on. It's when you really need to get to a specialist, because they're going to be the ones that can do an evaluation, ask you questions, and determine where the source of your problem is coming from. Because we always say where the side of the pain is often not where the source of the problem is located. And so that's what we specialize in, is figuring out your body and understanding your body and what needs to happen next. So let's get into the 5 stretches that we're going to be giving you. So I'm going to start with the ones on my back. We're going to do the ones that kind of attach in through here, the adductor. We're going to be doing ones that attach into the hamstring, and we're going to be doing ones that attach kind of IT band that also attach into the pelvis up and through here. So I love this one. When you do this on one side and you let the leg go straight, you literally feel like you've gained 2 inches. That leg feels like it's so much longer than the other leg, so it feels fantastic. So you're going to get a strap to put around your foot. And so I always start with the knees straight, pulling up, and you could just kind of see how tight that hamstring is. That hamstring attaches into the hip and through here. So I just start out here just to kind of hold it just a little bit, and we'll go back to it. Then I go and I take it and we bring it to the outside. So I can grab this strap and really pull it to the outside. I have a lot of flexibility, so you can't always look at me for oh, that's normal. I'm a pretty flexible person. These muscles all go and attach into the front part of this pelvis as well. So we just kind of hang out here, and you can just drop it farther. You can also pull it up. Either way, you're going to get a good stretch through there. And so again, you'll hold this position. I like to hold them for 30 seconds to a minute to really just open up. If I'm really tight, I like to hold it longer. If I don't feel as tight, then I don't hold it as long. Then we're going to go and do the IT band. So the third one is you'll bring the strap around, and I like to rotate it and hold it. The key is this knee doesn't want to be bent. It needs to be straight. So when you go around, keep it straight, and you're going to feel it all the way. You may feel it down here. It's a really good myofascial stretch as well, but you're going to get this into the IT band. You'll feel it all the way into the calf as we just kind of work on that flexibility. So again, holding it 30 seconds to a minute, just depends on how tight you are. And then if you come back up, you're going to notice that you're going to be able to bring your leg a lot higher than where I was before. When you go and you finish that part, you'll let it go down, and literally I feel like this leg is so much longer on this side. It feels actually good and relaxing. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that really hits a lot of the muscles on the outside, the inside, and the back. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to do one that's going to really work on those hip rotation. I love doing this. I'm going to get around onto the table using a table, and you're going to bring the leg up like this. So you may look like this when you bring this leg up. The goal is to get it all the way down onto the table. Again, I'm pretty flexible, so if you're just hanging out here, you can just use this hand to just kind of push it down. Now, when I can get it to the table, I can even rotate my body. I can push through this leg and through this knee and rotate, and I can rotate this direction to really get different parts of those hip rotator muscles that are in the glutes, that are deep in the glute area. And you can really just open this up. You can come forward and bend forward to kind of feel it through there. So like wherever you feel some tightness, just kind of hang out there. Again, 30 seconds to a minute, and just really kind of open up that hip. Feels really good, feels fantastic. It's a great way to do this hip stretch. And then the last one, I really like this one too, because it's going to open up the joint. So again, you've got to look at, we're moving the joint to the outside, we're moving the joint up, we're moving the joint across here, we're moving the joint in a rotational manner. So we're getting the joint in a lot of different directions. Now we're going to move the joint into more hip extension. So we've done a lot of flexion type activities. We did abduction. Now we're going to go into extension. I love this one too, because you're going to not only get the front part of the legs. We'll start with this one so you can see it. We're going to get all the muscles in the front part here to open up, but we're also going to get the quad, which is that quad. Part of that quad attaches into the hip up high. We're going to work on getting that one to open up, as well as moving the joint into some hip extension. So you're going to take the strap, put it around your foot, put it around the foot, and then you're going to lean forward first. So you want to go as far forward as possible to really get that hip to open up, and then you just pull this leg up. When you do this, you're going to really feel it all in those muscles. Again, it's a great myofascial stretch. You'll get it all in the front. So you can kind of rotate a little bit to really feel it. So you're just going to, again, holding it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Now, you can take it up like this and pull it this way. It's going to be a little different. That's going to be a little bit more of a quad stretch by doing that. I like to really open. You're going to feel this big time. Open that hip up, leaning forward, and then pulling this leg up. You're going to feel a really good stretch all the way through that quad. So those are the 5 exercises. Doing them on both sides will keep your hips extremely flexible, not only from a joint perspective, but also from a muscle perspective, to get these hips to feel fantastic, opened up, so that we can get them to fire better, to feel better in everything that you do. Thanks for watching. If these exercises help you and you learn something new, be sure to hit the like button and share this video with someone who could use it. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you never miss out on future videos and keeping your body moving pain-free. And in the comments below, let me know which exercise you are most excited to try first. I'd love to hear how it goes for you.